Hi, welcome to Manga Talk, the manga podcast where we read manga one volume at a time and read a lot of manga one volume at a time. I'm Kyle, the otaku husband,
and
Matt, and that's Matt.
Yep. Yep.
And yeah, it cut out just a tiny bit, but it's okay.
All right. Off to a great start.
And this week we are reading Blazer Drive, Volume 2, which contains chapters 4 to 6. And
4, 5.
Yeah.
Right?
4, 5, and 6, yes. And, well, we are going to read this series to completion. Two completions, which we're now down two volumes to go. We're 2 volumes down, 7 more to go.
Well,
and I feel like we went too intellectual for for the last 2 episodes.
Of course.
With Tegami Bachi and Berserk. Yeah, I mean, so now we're down to what I guess is not necessarily manga junk food, but yeah, I mean, it's around that level, but it's still good.
It's a change of pace, let's put it that way.
Yeah, it's a nice back change to pace, yes. Yeah, I mean, all right. First off, we see this pink-haired girl going out and buying more Mist stickers. And then,
full color, too.
Well, not in the print version. Yeah, I mean, it's not full color, but...
Oh, well.
Yeah. Because, yeah, I mean, this manga's not licensed. We have to read it this way. Yeah, I mean, in English, if we're reading in English. I also read it in Japanese, and it's not in this part is not in color.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear that, because it's very colorful.
It is nice. The colors are nice. And she's wondering where Shiro is when they went there, and then she's like, he really gets hot-blooded, and he just starts running off doing his own thing, and then she tries to find her little omelet blob named Petan.
Petan. It's adorable. It's exactly what every squishy blob creature looks like, and it's
you and me both wouldn't mind owning a plush of that.
I would sleep with that as a pillow every night.
Which I don't know how much more merchandise they made for the manga in the anime, and not the anime, the game. I don't know how much more merchandise they did. But, I mean, if Peton wasn't a merchandise thing, that's a shame.
I'm sure a diehard fan that, picked this up, read every volume, loved it to death, just, went to town and made their own. I would not be surprised.
OCs. Yeah, I mean,
maybe the creator themselves did it. Who knows?
Maybe. Who knows? And now we're on chapter 4, and we're seeing that that Shiro, as we saw from the last chapter, is in a standoff with Daichi. It's kind of has
come to get the super rare Mysticker that they had to fight the
Yuma guy for him.
The super baseball player.
Yeah, Yuma, the super baseball player. And which I like how some of these mist stickers work though now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some of them are very interesting.
Yeah, and like this is a pretty cool the mist stickers. I just wish the main character wasn't. Oh, we'll get into him later.
Save that train wreck for another day.
Yes. Oh my god, we'll save that for a little bit. And Shiro thinks Daichi is Yuma in this for a while.
I mean, he's supposed to show up at this spot, and Shiro goes to meet him, and he finds him, and he's got the sticker. I mean, as far as he knows, that's Yuma.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it's not like he had a picture of him or anything to look at.
And sometimes some of these mist stickers actually have like names. Apparently, so this mist sticker that Yuma had was called Tasrosa. Yeah, I mean,
Tasrosa.
Yeah, apparently a lot of these ones have names. Yeah, I mean,
the super rare ones, anyway.
Yeah, at least those ones, the ones that actually do stuff beyond a certain point.
Yeah, I mean, granted, they all do have names. Like we just have like the basic ones where it was like fire, ice, electric, and then I forget what Daichi's is called. Electric generating one has its own name.
Yeah, it starts with a K. I know that. That's what I remember. And then and then we see a flashback scene that that Daichi is thinking that that he had to return this. He has to get this to his Tasosa, the mystic Tasosa, to Master Beast, and we want to know who is this Master Beast.
And Daichi's all like, "Well, this guy must be him if he's looking for Yuma."
Yeah, it's kind of a thing of like
mistaken
identity and wrong place at the wrong time, all at the same time. And they're gonna fight. They're gonna throw down with their mist stickers.
Yeah, because Daichi's not gonna give it up, so Shiro's gotta take it by
force. Yeah, and then and it's funny. Daichi thinks he's got the advantage because they're in water.
But Shiro's magical mist sticker, giant like shovel. Engine arm claw thing. Yeah. It's like it kind of looks like a construction weapon to be like something you would see a construction worker use. But yeah, it's just this giant like fist clawed gauntlet thing that he just like pounds the ground and creates a huge crater that causes the water to go around it. Even though in actuality a crater would cause the water to flow into it. But whatever.
Yeah, true. But this is manga. I mean, that's just how.
Yeah,
that's just how it works.
I mean, I can understand it forcing the water away for like a couple seconds, but whatever anime.
Yeah. Well, it kind of reminds me. The weapon kind of reminds me from Hiroyuki Takei's Jumbor, where the main character has construction like weapons in that manga.
I don't know it, so I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, that's one we got to read one day. That one's pretty good.
Add it to the list or the wheel, either one.
Either way,
one way or another, we'll get to it.
But I do like when we see the above shot of the crater.
Yeah,
it actually it does look pretty cool. How he did it.
It's one of those things where it's like I wish this manga had an anime adaptation, because like this fight in particular is one that I would love to see in motion.
Yeah, either if showing from Daichi being the main character or Shiro being the main character, either way would have been cool. But still, I would rather have Shiro being the main character if they did do an anime adaptation.
Shiro would be a much better character by far.
Yeah, he would. And but he finds out that they're both guardians. They both find out that
Yes.
they're both guardians, and then
we can't skip over the most important fact in this entire fight that happens. It is a pretty cool thing where thinks he's having the upper hand, but then Shiro's always like one step ahead of him, like doing all this stuff, and then Daichi ends up having an ice sticker, even though he said that he doesn't have any stickers anymore. But anyway, he has an ice sticker again, and he freezes all of the water, and so he's all like, haha, once again, I have the upper hand. And this is where Shiro reveals his secret ability, where he takes his shovel arm sticker, and he puts a fire sticker over top of it, and then traces both of them, and then it causes his like giant shovel arm thing to like burst into flames.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, no, that was actually a pretty cool part about this battle, because like now we find out that blazers can combine stickers if they're strong enough.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and it shows that kind of Shiro now does have main character powers in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
or at least he is more skilled at being a blazer than Daichi is.
Yeah, but normally this would be kind of main character power-ish, and like,
yeah,
it's weird because in the game, from my research, Daichi's a side character. Daichi's a side character in the game, and in the manga they made him the main character, which is kind of odd switch, but. I do like how
they wanted to tell like two different stories. Like the manga is Daichi's story and the game is Shiro's story. But I mean that's kind of weird. But you know,
yeah, it is kind of weird.
It's a design choice.
Well, maybe it's because this happened a lot, and that type of thing did happen a lot in the 70s with manga, like with Go Nagai's Devilman. The anime came out and the manga came out at the same time, but the manga and the anime were two different products with the same title and same characters.
Oh.
Yeah, that's a little bit of information there. Little
nugget there. I was not aware of that.
Yep. So it was a constant battle between the manga and the anime in a sense.
Yeah, trying both fronts to see which one would sell more, which one got more popular.
Well, the manga is more popular today than the original anime was. But back then, the original anime was a little more popular. Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, kind of an odd flip, but okay.
Yeah, well, because the manga was a lot more violent and all that.
Yeah, I can see why that would attract people.
Yeah, but then we do see Shiro's power when he combines the stickers, and it looks so cool how it how the flames came out of the sides and stuff. Just bam.
Yeah. Like I said, it's like an end player just shooting off of it. But I do think it's kind of I'll bring that up later. But yeah, their fight ends up being cut short because what's her name? Other girl shows up.
I think her name is Tama. I think her name is
Tama.
I think that's her name. I think her name is Tama, but we'll find out in a little bit. But anyways, yeah, and Shiro gets like a piece of like iron smashed into his face.
Yep.
Because of it.
Is it a piece of iron? I think it's just like a piece of paper. I don't know what this is.
Oh, it looks like a piece of paper with. But no, where she's coming out of, there's a sticker on it too.
I have no idea what that's supposed to be, but yeah, he slams his face right into it.
Yeah, and it looks pretty funny. And she's like, "I finally found you, Shiro."
And they just collapse in the water.
Yeah,
because they're Daichi had to fight two battles back to back,
and
he's
his
pretty
energy is
out.
like gone.
Yeah,
And he got just like knocked out. Shiro just got knocked out by the whatever that thing was.
yeah. And you kind of get a shot after that where it kind of cuts to seeing a mysterious man show up over Yuma's corpse. I don't know. He's just kind of lying there. He looks pretty dead, but probably knocked out.
Yeah, he kind of is. Well, we do see a little balloon say like, kind of thing. Well. So he is alive, but he's barely. From what I'm seeing, he's barely hanging on.
Okay. Well, you see this man. He kind of starts cracking his knuckles, and he's got sharp claws.
Yeah, he does. He's got some sharp nails.
I wonder who this could be.
Yeah, but he seems pretty cool from what I'm saying.
Yeah, but, you get a good shot of the back of his head, the back of his boot, and his hand,
and like a little bit of his jacket too.
Yeah, that's top character quality right there.
Well, we'll see him in a little bit, but
yeah, but Daichi wakes up.
Yeah, Daichi starts waking
apologetic up. Team.
To a very apologetic Guardians, and they mistaken him for Yuma. They were apologetic for mistaking him as Yuma.
Well, Shiro mistaked him as Yuma.
Yeah, Shiro.
Yeah, she girl.
I think it's Tamaki.
She shows it. Okay. An actual picture of Yuma, and Shiro looks at it and then looks at Daichi and doesn't get it, despite the fact that they look.
Well, that's funny, but that is funny.
Yeah. Like Tamaki, that's her name.
Tamaki, that's it. Yeah, Tamaki. Tamaki shows her shows a picture of the actual Yuma, and he's like, "You just pretty much tells her to shut up."
Yeah, so what's the?
Just pretty much says, "Bitch, shut up." And yeah, and they introduce themselves as Guardians. Yeah, and that they're part of a different team of the Guardians.
Yeah, they're Sector 11.
Yeah,
something like that.
I think it's Sector 11 or Sector 2. I don't know. Sector 11 or something like that.
I know they're in Sector 3 for this chapter, like what they're doing here.
Yeah, like Tokyo.
I think they're Tamaki and Shiro are from either Sector 10 or Sector 11, while Daichi is from Sector. I want to say.
I think he is. I don't know, but when Daichi's yelling at them, it's basically like when like Shiro doesn't really know the difference between the two.
Looking at the picture, like, what's the difference?
Yeah, and he's basically Daichi makes a sushi joke.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
It's like
I didn't get it, but
it's like because they're two different round types of sushi. Like the kappamaki is a sushi where it's like how American sushi is made. Looks like that's a kappamaki, or also a California roll as well. And then Ronigiri, yeah. What's Otoro nigiri? It's Otoro nigiri, which is a tuna, which is basically like the slab of tuna on top of rice.
Ah, okay.
On top of a little block of rice. That's different. That's the joke.
Yeah, they are two very different dishes. Yes.
Yeah, they're two different types of sushi. Yeah, and that's why. And that's the joke. That's how I had to explain the joke. And
it all makes sense now.
Yeah, and it's not funny.
It wasn't funny when I didn't get it. It's only slightly funny now that I do get it.
Yeah.
I just figured it was two different kinds of food, but yeah. But another something that I did not like pick up on like in the beginning. I don't know if it ever gets brought up in the beginning ever, but Daichi's phone drops and then he like goes to like
pick it up
and apparently he like Daichi has this like old like razor style flip phone kind of.
Yeah, like
Shiro old fashioned like a used phone in this age, like that's so like old fashioned kind of thing, and like I did not figured everybody had cell phones.
Yeah, no, I guess in this age that like that type of cell phone is not.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot they have the cell phone sticker now.
Yeah, in a sense. Yeah, they have a sticker for it now, and it's like, and cell phones are phones and communications way different in this world now, in this time period, in this world now, and it's like using that type of phone is completely like irrelevant now.
Yeah, but Daichi's super cool, and you got to use the retro stuff when you want to be cool and everything.
Yeah, and I like that that when he thinks of Shiro, he thinks about his dog too.
Yeah, because Shiro is the name of Daichi's dog as well.
And he just told him, like, give me your paw.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That was pretty good.
And like Shiro's just really about to deck him.
And Tamaki makes a comment about how like isn't that just fine? I like dogs, which is like a I guess
trying to be cute
kind of thing, but like not
trying to be more cute about it.
Yeah.
And like oh wow, I love dogs. Aw.
Yeah.
Type of thing. So nobody gets pissed off at each other.
Yeah, trying to I guess play I guess devil ad the exact situation going on here, but yeah, trying to calm everybody down.
Yeah. And then now we find out like the sticker like container thing we see, he's like, what's that?
Yeah, he makes a Daichi. Granted, like nobody told Daichi anything. They just kind of like sent him on this mission. But you find out that Daichi really doesn't know anything.
No, he really doesn't. And it's like he's only known what he's like done on the streets with Miss Stickers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, with the whole battling aspect of it.
Yeah, you know what I mean, slapping some level 1 stickers on some thugs.
Yeah, that's it. And they realize they stole, and Daichi realizes that Shiro stole the sticker that they got from Yuma. That he got from Yuma. Like literally
just
stole
took it right out of his bag while he was unconscious.
Yeah, that's kind of dirty.
Yeah, but I mean that's what he wants. It's his mission to get the sticker back, so he just went for it.
Yeah,
and of course Daichi doesn't take too kindly to that, so they end up getting into another fight. And this is where Daichi picks up sticker when he gets into like a scuff with Shiro, and he grabs a sticker that looks like a
sumo belt.
Yeah, I know they're actually called. It's like this rope belt thing that Orochimaru wears in Naruto,
and also like what sumo wrestlers wear too.
Oh, thought they just wore diapers.
No, they don't wear just diapers.
But yeah, it's like a rope belt, and it has like a ball of yarn in the middle of it. And it's got like you'd know better than I do, Kyle. Is that kanji? Are those actual Japanese characters written around it, or is that just kanji. Weird symbols?
It is kanji in there, but like,
what does it say? Read it to me.
I can't read it because sometimes, like when it's painted like that, it's really hard for me to read sometimes.
Okay, I'll accept that for now.
Yeah, it's when it's painted.
You like study up, and I want you to come back next week.
I think it just says the name of this sticker if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I mean,
okay,
that's if I'm not mistaken on it.
I'll believe that.
Oh, Tamamayu.
Yeah, well, Tamayu is the name of it. Yes.
Yeah, Tamamayu is the mist sticker, and then he's like, give the Testarossa back to me. Oh, they
Yeah, they're gonna like try and like trade it off.
exchange it.
Which I mean is kind of scummy on Daichi's part, because he basically well, I mean, I guess not really, but yeah,
They're both
he
kind of
basically
scummy about it.
Well, yeah, I just mean like he stole his Mysticker and is like, here, I'll trade it back to you for the other one.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, but they realize that both of them have like that like both of these stickers, they're both drawn to these specific stickers.
Yes, they have some kind of weird connection that they can feel with them.
Yeah, it's like yeah, that's really interesting though. Like how some of these rare stickers that people actually have bonds with.
Weird bonds to them.
Yeah.
Or I guess they synergize with them. I don't exactly know how Mystickers work. I think it's a synergy kind of thing.
It might be just like a synergy type thing. And we see an explosion happen.
Well, they get back into a fight again.
Oh yeah, they got back into a fight. Yeah.
Yeah, and Daichi
did I give it
swapping the stickers. Yeah. He has the Tessarossa or Tessalassa, whatever they want to call it.
Yeah, I know. And then and Shiro got the Tamamayu. And they're both, even though they're both guardians, Daichi's not trusting of them.
Yes, there's this really nice shot where he's just kind of like they like Tamaki's kind of like, come on, like let's be friends and everything. And then and Daichi makes a comment that's like, even if you are guardians like me, like I'm not going to just give this to somebody I don't think is on my side. And it's a really just like dark, just kind of like shaded in like version of Daichi, where he's like I think it's pretty uncharacteristic
to him to get for that look him that serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far. And it's like, and it kind of freaked them out a little bit,
Yeah, they start apologizing again.
Yeah, and they apologize for stealing from them unconsciously when he was unconscious.
Yeah. I mean, it was bad on their part.
Yeah. But at least they're like they admit to it.
Yeah,
most people's like, no, those people would go, no. And even Daichi's like, well, the god's like, oh, well, I'm sorry. Too. He got apologetic about it too. So it's like,
you didn't mean them to take it like so. I guess didn't mean it to sound as menacing as it was depicted.
Yeah.
But, this is after this whole thing. Daichi notices that
Shiro's
still has the 2 stickers on his arm, and so he starts asking about like the combination effect, and both Shiro and Tamaki don't really explain it to. Shiro's just like, well, if you don't even know, I'm not like you're worthless. I'm not even going to talk to you anymore, kind of thing.
Yeah. That's where that Gary Oakness kind of comes out of him in that aspect.
Yeah, I completely agree. He's spoiler alert. He ends up becoming the friendly rival character, I guess.
Yeah,
and he is very much a Gary Oak.
Yeah, they play Shiro off more as Gary Oak to Daichi's Ash.
Yeah.
But Daichi has like the worst qualities of both of those characters that we mentioned. You know? That's the weird thing. Shiro kind of only has like a little bit of Gary's like, smell you later, losers type of thing. Yeah. He only has a little bit of that. Daichi just kind of has all of it plus Ash's version of that too.
Yeah. He's like, we've already said like before that Daichi is basically just like Sasuke with dude, and then and he's also Ash with Gary Oak's stubbornness.
Yeah, and it's
or snottiness, I guess.
Yeah, and it's just weird. It's a weird combo of characters.
He is his own character and his own rival at the same time.
Yeah. And and he just confused, like, what is the Mysticker? He's like,
yeah, he doesn't even know what these Mystickers are, like what do, and this is where it goes into a nice exposition of like, you know, you have the level 1 like fire, ice, and electric Mystickers that are, like, I guess commercial use, I guess.
Yeah, the ones that
anyone can just go out and buy them.
And then these and like these rare ones, like, you have to kind of search and battle for them.
Yeah. They also they show a convenient, like, right next to them, of some old professor man.
His name is Professor Yan.
Yes, Professor Yan. He apparently was a physics researcher. Or he's a researcher that studied the physics of the fourth dimension, which blew my mind right away. I was just like,
wait, there's a fourth dimension now?
Well, I remember, like I said, like I remember reading this, like, way back when, like back in high school.
Yeah.
And reading this now, and then suddenly there's this professor of that studies the physics of the fourth dimension, and I'm just like, what? Where is this coming in from? Like, I don't remember this guy at all.
Yeah, I know. We don't like. This guy kind of pops. This Professor Yan guy is mentioned, like, out of nowhere. And even Daichi is baffled about the fourth dimension. Like, fourth dimension?
Yeah, and it's like, it's good, like, you know, it's good exposition, like, you know, it's like, you know, explaining more about the world than what's more world building, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still just kind of just it feels forced in a way. Like, it just kind of pops up.
Yeah, it does. It does feel a little, like, pushed in too much. And and everybody's like, "You idiot! You don't know who Professor Yan is, and you're a guardian."
Yeah, like I said, this entire thing is basically Daichi realizing that he's an idiot.
Yeah, that's true. Like, he doesn't know anything.
Yeah,
about the world he lives in.
He was just a Team Sky. He was a Team Sky delivery boy, fighting off thugs in their little area,
in their little hideout. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and now he's a superhero, and he doesn't know what to do.
Yeah, and then we see we do see the guy that was towering over Yuma's body.
Yes,
crashing through the statue.
Yeah, and big shock, the man with claws, and he's a very large man.
Yeah, he's huge.
Beast.
They're like, that guy, and he's the one saying, like, you're the guys who defeated Yuma, right? And like, apparently he's on all these wanted posters, and his name is Beast. And I like that he's just like he just says, like, "Yep, I'm Beast."
Yep, that's me.
Yeah, pretty much. And yeah, like he doesn't give a shit about Mystickers that much. He just wants to fight strong people.
This was something that I was not too thrilled to find out about. Like, basically he just says that it's like he had this whole plot to steal this super rare Mysticker, and he doesn't even care about it. He was just doing it to call out Guardian members so that he could have a chance to fight some strong people. And I think that it's dumb reason. Like, yeah. I get it. He is a very strong character and everything like that. Like, I understand
cool and everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's just like there were so many other ways to go about this, and there were so many like other possibilities that
they could have gone with this guy.
Yeah, like he could be like, I mean, like he has a very intense Mysticker where it turns him into an actual beast. he turns into he turns into a werewolf, like not really a werewolf, more like a were-tiger.
Like, yeah, some
and
kind of
were-lion, I guess. He has a
like,
huge, like, spiky mane.
like his name, a beast.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm just saying that it's like he could have combined, like, we just found out that you can combine mist stickers. So I just mean, like, he could have been like had this whole plot to like take this sticker and combine it with his beast sticker and become the ultimate beast. But nope, he just wants to fight people. That's it. And I just think it's a lame cop out, like, kind of character.
Yeah, but I do like Tamaki's like mysticker powers. That's actually pretty cool. But here's something I could actually read in Japanese. Kaze erode erodate. And it's like it's basically like about flowers.
Yes.
And like,
well, she combines wind, one of the wind mystickers with I think it's Aphrodite.
Yeah, Aphrodite.
Yeah, and she.
And it's
like she causes like the wind, like flower petals being whipped up by like wind and shit.
Yeah, it's like Rose Bura. Oh, Rose Blast. It's called. Yeah, Rose Burasto. And it's like, and it uses the word for I think it actually uses the kanji for rose and like hurricane for the kanji for blast they used for blast, which is actually really cool. How they worded that.
It's exactly what you get. She summoned out this huge, violent tornado of rose petals.
Yeah, but that is still really cool, though. And yeah, we do see Beast just pretty much slammed his feet, dug his feet into the ground, and just like holds his face.
He doesn't even slam his feet into the ground. He literally is just standing there, and it looks like he just shoves his feet into the ground, just standing there. Like, it's. I mean, he's the Beast. Like, what are you gonna do?
And I just like how Daichi just comes right behind him, and Beast doesn't even fucking notice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he does. He like kind of turns to like hit him, but he ducks underneath him and slides under his legs, and then gets a very nice groin kick right in.
Daichi kicks him right in the fucking balls, in the dick and balls right there. Just,
You gotta do what you gotta do, man.
and Tamaki thinks like she just like doesn't really hurt that much.
Which is a dumb comment to make, because of course it does.
Yeah, of course it does. That's every manhood's pride.
Yeah.
That's every man's manhood, and that hurts really bad. Even a light tap on there sometimes really hurts.
Just destroys a man.
Yeah, literally. And it's just so funny, like. And he calls the beast sticker that he uses called Tiger Jack.
Oh yeah, Tiger Jack. So I guess he is a were-tiger.
Yeah, he's basically like a tiger, were-tiger. But it still looks really fucking cool.
Yeah, it's incredible. Like artistically speaking, like he looks amazing when he's in his like full beast form and everything.
Yeah, and I just love how they're like, oh no, and Piton's like, Piton! And it's so funny.
I often forget that Peton is like there. Yeah. Like I understand it's like it's for pet and everything, but I figured they they put it somewhere safe. But no, it's there.
Yeah, Peton's just Peton.
Watching the whole thing.
I wonder if Peton's a blazer.
It does kind of have like a
sticker on top.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a cape or a sticker. I'm pretty sure it's a sticker, But yeah, just it's wearing one, so maybe.
Or that's just what's giving it life.
Yeah, maybe it is just a plush doll that gave it the life sticker.
Yeah. I would not doubt that something to bring something, an inanimate object, to life would not.
Yeah, I mean they were created by the scientists that studied the fourth dimension. Like, how far off is a life sticker? I mean, really?
Yeah, I mean,
an animation sticker.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, and then we see Beast trying to come out at Tamaki, and then Shiro and Patan just jump in to dodge the blow.
Like, they take the hit and kind of just like get sent flying.
Yeah, it's like,
this is where the Beast starts going on a rampage and starts just like everything.
And then all of a sudden he steps on
kicking everybody's ass.
He steps on what is exactly like a solar flare in a sticker.
Yeah.
And
but that victory is very short lived when they realized, wait a minute, he's a giant tiger. Just smell us.
Yeah, exactly. Like, Beast is basically a giant animal, so basically he can just sniff out his scent.
Yeah. You get a good shot of Daichi coming into the rescue and face planting into the side of this globe as the Beast is like climbing up after Shiro and Tamaki, and it manages to like knock him down onto the ground. But yeah, good on you, Daichi. Good heroics.
I know. Yeah. Hey, you get a gold star for effort.
An E for effort. Keep up the good work.
Yeah, exactly. And after that, Tamaki basically says, like, look, we gotta work together if we're gonna beat this guy.
Yeah.
Just basically...
We kind of like pass over it, but the beginning of this fight was started with, like, basically Shiro was like, I'm going to fight Daichi, you back me up, and Daichi was like, nah, screw that, I'm going to fight, you support me, and then they end up getting in each other's way, and that's when the Beast makes his first attack and just kind of like knocks them all to the ground.
Yeah, exactly. And then they start fucking up pretty bad. And
this is basically the part where Tamaki's just like, look, guys, we gotta work together. We can't have any of this this alpha male bravado going on.
We can't have this bullshit that you're pulling.
We have to do this.
Yeah, exactly. And Petan's like, Petan.
And gotta make a statement.
Yeah, exactly. And then Beast is basically like, he wants to show you what real power is.
Yeah, he's gonna destroy everything with his mega fist.
Yeah. Crushes everybody like tiny walnuts. Like, I'm bad guy. I break people's skulls with thigh. Like, type of bullshit.
Yup.
And
I crushed sparrow egg between thighs.
And then Tamaki offers herself to be the decoy, and they kind of have a Shiro and
mainly Shiro. Shiro obviously like cares deeply about Tamaki.
Yeah.
And Tamaki makes a comment about how it's like, I believe in you. And there's a nice like panel where it's just like it shows like Tamaki, and then next to her is
Misora.
like a silhouette of Misora. Yeah, and Daichi's just like, oh, okay, Tamaki is Shiro's Misora.
Yeah,
and it's like,
in a sense, yeah.
It's I mean, they are literally carbon copy teams, but Shiro's team Daichi's team is just a little bit more on the lower scale.
Yeah. And Daichi just gives he basically gives the one sticker that got from Yumi. He's like, well, here you go.
Yeah.
Type of little kid.
I don't want to give it to you or anything, but I'll do it.
Right. Type of thing.
Yeah. And then Shiro returns the favor by handing him the rope belt sticker.
Mysticker, which I do like that Mysticker.
It's a very nice one. I'm not gonna lie. It's it's very the section chief after this mission is done does make a comment about it that I do kind of agree with. It's very convenient that this sticker is in his hands, but this is where you see Beast's. I'm guessing his ultimate
technique,
all of his hair is spiky.
Which is called Jugamo. But
Spike Beast hair,
yeah,
according to the English translation.
Yeah, Jugamo. Yeah, and then he's like, my power will show you what true power is like.
And then Tamaki is like, all right, let's do this. And both Shiro and Daichi are just like, nah, we got this. Stay back.
Yeah, like,
and they slap on their brand new stickers.
Yeah, like, stand back, let the guys handle this. Type of thing. And then they feel like a surge of power coming from these stickers.
Yep.
That these stickers are meant for them.
There's clearly something going on there, and the one that Shiro gets,
it's like a sword.
Yeah, it's a fire sword, which
that's pretty cool.
I think is interesting.
I think it reacts because when I think Yuma was using it, right? He would just give.
Yuma never used it.
No, Yuma never used it. No.
He had it, but like no, he used his own sticker, which was like the metal ball that he threw like a ball.
Yeah, you're right. And I like Daichi's how it just turns into like this like wire glove like thing, and it's cool.
Yeah, like a gauntlet with like just a bunch of spools of like metal wire. It looks really cool.
Yeah, I know, and Shiro's looks cool too. It's just a cool ass sword, you know.
Yeah, it's like an energy sword made entirely out of fire.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, except for the handle, like
he can literally hold the handle, no problem.
Yeah, but the blade itself is made entirely out of fire, which is pretty dope.
Yeah, it is. And basically, they're like, "Can you handle it?" Like, you too. And they start going at Beast.
Beast jumps into the air and starts spinning.
Like he does like a sonic attack.
Gonna say like this is one of might be like I don't know when this came out in relation to Naruto Shippuden, but it's a very Choji attack.
Yeah, well, Naruto was already been running for a long time at this point, and Blazer Drive came out, and I believe, I could be wrong, I've got to remember, it's like around the manga at least. Hold on, let me look this up for a sec. I want to be accurate with it, with the date.
Okay.
And it was April 4th, 2008. And it ended in 2010. In December 2010. So Naruto's been already running since 1999 at that point. So yeah. So it's been around for a little more than 10 years at that point.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. And that's like the Beast like shoots out his spiky hair and then starts spinning in a giant spiky ball and then goes to like crush them. And as soon as I saw this, I'm just like, this is word for word what Naruto. Yeah. So I was just like I know that there was a whole thing about like the creator of this like stealing, despite the fact that they're brothers.
Yeah,
but they like inspired each other kind.
Yeah, they're twin brothers. So it's
this is one of those things where it's like even I was just like knowing that it's like they're brothers, they just share stuff, but it's like even I was just like, okay, this is literally just Choji.
This is literally something from Naruto. A lot of these attacks and that Beast did.
But unlike Naruto, we get a really cool shot of when Daichi like teaming up basically Daichi's wires like shoot out of his gauntlet
Yeah,
and start
it's,
like
like,
spiraling
everywhere.
up.
That
Yeah,
must have been
and
a
then, like,
pain in the ass to draw all of that.
it's just a bunch of straight line. Well, no, not straight, but just a bunch of lines.
But no, but do that all the time, and do the whole thing without trying to go over Daichi so much.
Yeah, I can. I can see that getting pretty annoying.
Yeah. And then we see, like, it's basically, I like when they combine the attack too.
Yeah, flames of the sword like merging with like the wires, and it forms a giant like flaming clawed hand.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, and then they defeat the beast once and for all.
Yeah, like, and
Well,
just this,
not really. He's not like fully dead. He's still. I mean, he's
he's still kicking, but
really
yeah,
wounded. But
but
yeah,
I love this shot though, where it shows like Shiro's sword hitting Daichi's like claw hand.
yeah. They like do
Like,
like cross attack thing.
yeah, this is a scene where I would love to see, like, okay, an anime adaptation of this. Just seeing that scene right there would be pretty.
Definitely would have been really cool.
Yeah, it would have been cool to see in motion. But like, if I could ever find like, the Genko Yoshi of this, like the manga manuscript of this, and if it's for sale, I would definitely buy that and hang it up on my wall. That's like, that is really cool.
Yeah,
I would have loved
agree.
to see the actual like manuscript up close and see how it looked and how it was done. You know?
Yes, definitely.
That would be amazing. And the beast is, what? My power! No!
You get a really nice bleach blood geyser shooting out of his chest.
Yeah. And him just like going down to the ground like ugh.
Shiro and Daichi pass out because they did release all their energy in one attack.
Oh, we find out. Oh yeah. By the way, Daichi's other miss sticker is Kandatsu.
Oh yeah, Kandatsu.
Yeah, Kandatsu. Yeah, and both Shiro and Daichi kind of faint after using these stickers. And we see Beast kind of walk off in a bloody mess, and it might not be the end of seeing Beast. You know what I mean?
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about this scene. I thought that was the end of Beast, but like, nope, he clearly says, and then walks away.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, like, I'll end it here today. We'll fight again next time. You know what will be really fucked up?
What?
Like, if he said this and he never returns throughout the whole series.
Yeah. He shows up on the last panel chapter and never again.
Yeah, that's it.
He just gives a thumbs up to Daichi.
That would suck. That would suck so hard too. Because like, if he does come back, then they can flesh him out a little more, I would think.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't come back, then like, that was a waste of a character.
Yeah. He's very cop out, like first main villain kind of character.
Yeah, like ugh.
They have more potential with him. He clearly says that like he'll be back, so he'll
we'll see.
Yeah.
And then 2 hours later, they wake up. You know what I mean? And now Daichi gave the Tessalosa to Shiro. Just literally gave. You take care of it and return it to your division.
Yeah, you fought well with it. You can have it.
It's so funny. He gets all cocky. He's like, I'm the one who defeated you, man. You just took all the good parts away.
Yeah, I'm the one that actually completed the mission, so...
Yeah. But it's still...
You get a nice... kind of going back to the subject of like Shiro being the Gary Oak of the story, you see Daichi holds out his hand to like shake Shiro's hand, and Shiro remembers what Daichi said to him, and like blows him off, just turns away and walks away, and then does the one hand wave without looking back.
Yeah. And it shows that they actually are kind of friendly towards each other. And
he had a nice quote saying, "The right hand is the proof of friendship."
Yeah.
But all right.
And
remember, kids, if somebody slaps you with their right hand, it means they love you.
Yeah. And actually, well, technically, in some cultures, that's more or less true. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean, that's more or less true. But
okay.
But now we're gonna move on to chapter 5, and now where I start to not care for Daichi as much.
But we do get introduced to a. I'm not going to say the best villain in the entire series, but one of my personal favorite characters.
Yeah, I liked him too. Like in a design wise, I liked him. And personality wise, like he's pretty cool from what we saw of him, from what he talked and everything. It seems like he has more to him than just a villain.
Yeah, definitely.
Like as mustache twirling villain.
Yeah.
Like these thugs here that are about to harass him.
Yes, you see the chapter opens up with a man sitting outside of a church playing music on an electric guitar, and he also has this guitar-shaped mysticker. I wonder what that could be.
Yeah, I wonder what that one does, huh?
Yeah, it's plastered onto the side of the guitar as he's playing it, and he's just playing his music, just minding his own business.
Yeah, just doing his thing, you know. And then these punks just come up and try to just harass him. And they said they're part of a mysticker hunters called Tactos.
Yeah, and they see his really cool sticker, and they're like, "Oh man, that must be super rare. We got to get that."
Yeah, we got to get that shit. That's ours now, boy. And they slap his guitar out of his grasp.
I'm trying to see like what happens. I think he just kicks him. The thug just walks up and kicks the guy to the ground, and he drops his guitar.
Yeah.
And then the guy like goes down to get the sticker, but it's not on the guitar because the guy ripped it off as he was falling back.
Yeah, and just they're like, when the hell did he peel that sticker off? And he places the sticker and says he does not want to hear any more noise.
Okay, so let's get through this. So he traces the sticker, and he releases his power, which summons a giant demonic-looking guitar, and he unleashes his special technique, Jeff Explosion, howling voice.
Yeah, you know what he calls it Jimmy.
Yes, the guitar is named Jimmy. Yep.
It's a reference to Jimi Hendrix, and I believe a lot of his techniques are based off guitar players. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Actual guitar musicians, you know? So, like, I don't know where the Jeff one came from, but I do know that the name is based on Jimi Hendrix.
Yeah, and it makes total sense.
Yeah.
He plays some hard rock right here.
Yeah. Apparently, from what I'm hearing, it sounds like a scream, like. Eh!
Yep. And the character says, "To the trash like you, all the good timber you know is a scream."
Oh my god.
So yeah, he does this, and he basically just like knocks everybody out, all like their ears.
Or just
from the sound, and they all just collapse.
I bet you some busted their eardrums from it.
Oh yeah, like you see a picture, like everyone's like holding their ear, and one guy has blood running down his hand.
Yeah. Yeah. So some of them did get ruptured.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, like this right here, this is my character.
Everybody's favorite character, our favorite character of the series.
Yes, he just the whole thing when when the thug walks up to him and like kicks him over and everything. His opening line, like he hasn't been talking this entire time. He's been minding his own business. He says is, "I can hear it no matter where I go. I no longer want to hear it." Yep. And then those lousy clamors, and then uses the attack to bust all their ears. And his entire I don't want to go all edgelord over here.
Yeah.
His entire character is he hates noise and everything sounds terrible.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like that one episode of South Park where Stan starts becoming cynical and everything sounds and looks like shit. And all he can see is shit.
Everything's shit.
Yeah. He's kind of got that cynical outlook on life.
Just like as a young boy reading this manga, this character spoke to me. Yeah. This character is my spirit animal, as I've come to call him.
Yeah, he is your spirit animal. Him and his guitar Jimmy.
But moving on from that,
and now we go to the Guardian Division, and we see our other favorite character.
Yes, everyone being tortured,
especially by our dominatrix friend here. You know,
everyone's favorite S&M boss.
Yes, exactly. And then we see Daichi getting tortured, and it's just hilarious.
Yes, her version of torture, go figure, is
tickling. Yeah, it's just. And she calls her an old hag. Like, no, you don't do that. You don't do that. And now she just wants to be called queen now. And it's funny, and we realize that Kuroki is like, she's like, why have you not watched him?
He had a bad run-in with a dog, you know.
With a dog, a dog's toy. He became a dog's toy and fainted.
That's when the
whip comes out.
Yeah, the chief uses her signature technique where she pulls out 2 whips,
which she used where it says oshioki, which means punishment. That's all it means.
Okay.
Yeah, it just means punishment. And it's funny as hell. And it's just kind of funny that, and then the sticker drops out of Daichi's bag thing.
Yeah, you know, he's sitting there, he's standing upright with his bag next to him, on his side, completely vertical, and somehow the sticker just falls right out of the flap. Like, I don't know.
Well, I guess the whip must have done that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's plot relevant, so
yeah.
And they had to make it happen somehow.
And then we see Matt's spirit animal standing over all the bodies that he has taken down with his guitar Jimmy. And then we find out he just doesn't he hates listening to all the noise.
His opening line is then I can live without the noise, to the noise of society again.
Yeah. And then now we're done, and then we go back to our S&M dungeon.
Okay, it's a really weird cutaway because you just see the sticker falls on the ground, the district chief sees it, and she's like, "Oh my god, it's that Mysticker!" And then
she's like, "Where'd you get this?"
Our boy Jimmy just sitting out here in a field of dead bodies.
Yeah,
and it's just it just makes a comment about how he doesn't want to hear the noise of society again.
Yep.
And then it goes back to Daichi, and it's just like, what was the point in that? Why wasn't that back up?
If that panel was up, was before the panel before we saw got reintroduced to the S&M dungeon and Daichi and everybody, that would have made more sense.
Yeah, it's just it feels really weird to just throw it in the middle like that, but it's what they did.
Yeah, they did. And it's just funny. She's like, "Where'd you get this, Daichi?" And Daichi's like, "Give it back to me." Like,
Yep.
like no, gimme. And they exchange.
Okay, Daichi is from Section 3, and Shiro is from Section 11. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you were right about that, and
Well, I was right about Shiro. I thought.
well, I think now we know it's Section 3.
Yeah.
And she realizes that Tamamayu is something very important.
It is the Mysticker that Daichi's brother was looking for to help control his because Daichi's brother had a wire that he would
so he could
fight with that.
Yeah, so he could use and conduct electricity easier.
Yeah, so this is the sticker that he was looking for, but never found it, and then Daichi gets it.
Yeah.
So, it's like prophecy fulfilling itself.
In a sense, it is like a prophecy, and it's awesome.
The district chief does show the 11
like how far away from each other they are. Yeah, I mean,
yeah, it shows like how far away they are, and just says that like this was obviously some kind of plan that the director from Section 11 devised to so that Shiro could get his sword. Because I mean, it's obvious that Shiro is his element is fire because he has the shovel knuckle thing with the fire sticker with it. So
it's a little more. It's now painted a little more obvious that fire is his thing, and then Daichi, electric is more his element. Yeah,
so it was obviously like a plot, and like just going on with that for a little bit. Like I do think it's kind of silly. Like I mean, it's not like bad or anything like that, but it's just like it's one of those things.
It's a little obvious at times.
You quickly realize that this anime does the same thing that all anime does that involve like different elements and stuff, where there's all these characters with all these different powers that they can have, and they all have some kind of like elemental affinity.
Yeah, exactly. And then she says like the Tamamayu came here instead of Testarossa, and he's like, and she's thinking like, is that Jonathan? And we see this guy named I guess apparently his name is Jonathan.
Yeah, so that Jonathan.
Yeah, and that Jonathan thought of the whole thing from the start.
Yeah, it was obviously planned.
Yeah, by that old guy Jonathan. It seems like that Jonathan coming to theaters in 2020. That Jonathan.
That Jonathan.
Starring Matthew Broderick. No.
As that Jonathan.
As that Jonathan. But anyways,
we get to Kyle's favorite part in this entire series.
Oh God! This is where Daichi starts like pissing me off.
He is a little bitch. Like that's just what it is. He starts throwing a tantrum because he wants his sticker back. It's Shiro powerful. He wants it, and the district chief is like, "No, I'm keeping this. You are not strong enough to handle this."
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Daichi's all like,
it's
mine.
Like, yeah, it's like, yeah, it's mine. Give it back. Yeah. And it's just like
they do go through an
explanation about it, like
just like of the different types of stickers. Like you get the
elemental
electrical
ones.
Yeah, all the elemental ones are energy
types,
and then the sword and Kuro's own like necromancer sword that he uses. They're all weapon type stickers, and then they start explaining that how like with weapon type stick, like motions and concentration and stuff, which Daichi obviously does not
understand. Yeah.
And like a weapon type, and the weapon types take a lot of energy out of the blazes themselves.
Yep.
So it's like, and sometimes they're literally a part of them too.
Yep.
And you need to
But
keep.
Daichi doesn't care. He won't.
Yeah, he doesn't give any. It's like, "Yeah, well, now give it back to me. And he just gets all
In a
like,
battle once. It's like, but didn't you faint after it? And he's just like, nah, screw it. You're just being mean.
like, you just got jealous, and it's just like, oh my god.
Just throwing a tantrum.
He nabs it and just runs the fuck off, and it's like,
Yeah.
it'll get me one step closer to Ginga. Like,
But it won't.
but yeah,
I don't understand where he's getting at with this.
Yeah, I know. It's just like,
you still don't know where he is. You still don't know who took him. Like,
yeah, you don't know if he's still even alive.
You just have a sticker that you can use. Like, you don't know anything.
He does this, and then when our dominatrix tells Kuroki to go find him and take care of him, and and Misora meets up with Daichi. We finally see her again.
She's back.
Yeah, she's back, Misora. I guess best girl. Who knows?
Love interest character, yeah.
Yeah.
So.
And she just like slams into Daichi.
Yes, when I haven't seen my friend of headbutting their stomach.
Yep. And then somehow she says, "I'm glad you're safe." And Daichi's like, "What is safe about this?"
Yeah.
And then they're talking about the division head, who's the dominatrix.
Yep.
And he's just bitching and moaning about it for a while, you know.
Yeah. Misora makes a comment about how she wants to know how Team Sky is doing, and Daichi's just like, well, let's go check on them then.
And she's like, what? It's like, let's go meet everybody.
Yeah, it's like, well, we can't do that. That's not a good idea, right? And he's all like, nah, I got 2 stickers. I'm ready to take on the world.
Yeah, I know. With Kendaichi and Tamamayu. Kendaichi and Tamamayu, like, yeah, those you. Hate him. I'm sorry. That part, it just made me not like him.
It's very fair. This is a very for him for Daichi. He is just a whiny baby, and that is his entire character right now.
Yeah, and it's just like, and I think he does this again. He does it again too. I believe in the next chapter. I think too, as we'll talk about that when it gets to that point. But we see Misora just in this park.
They stop off at a park to get some food, and Misora likes. It turns out Misora likes music, and there's a musician playing the guitar.
It's like, the musician looks pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of like a Willie Nelson.
He's your standard hippie guy.
Yeah, he's standard hippie guitar musician guy, but it still looks pretty cool. And then Misora here's another guitarist.
Shows up as soon as Daichi shows up to be all like, all right, let's go. And then, God, you're ruining the music. But then the old guy's like, I got this. I'm done.
Yeah.
And then Misora hears more and then runs off to go listen to that one. And Daichi's like, come on, we gotta go. But, girls will be girls.
But he sees how happy Misora is.
Yeah.
And so he's just like, I could stare at her for days, when she's like this.
And then it pans out
to your spirit animal.
The other guitarist that she's listening to is
your spirit animal.
Yes, good old
we were calling him Jimmy, but that's his guitar's name. That's not
that's his guitar's name. We finally as they're sitting there listening to the music, the
melody changed apparently.
Suddenly the melody gets all dark and fast and gritty, and
creepy.
The guy just like looks to Daichi and then starts bringing out Jimmy, and the They end up getting into a fight.
Yeah, they start brawling.
Yep. It turns out that this guy is one of those people that are hunting Daichi. That, is the entire reason why Daichi's not allowed to leave the Division Center without supervision. But, screw that, because he's got two...
Yeah, he just basically, says, look, Daichi, he basically found, that we find out that he's hunting his Daichi. And he's, asking, and Daichi says, are you the same as Namba? Which, it's funny that they make a reference to that guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just that guy that was very easily dealt with.
Yeah, kind of, yeah. And it's like...
I mean, granted, it's the only other guy that from the organization that's hunting him that he knows of.
That's true. And well, it seems like that this guy and his guitar Jimmy, he's alone. He doesn't do dirty fights.
He doesn't play well with others.
Yeah.
Believe it or not, the guy that hates noise doesn't like other people.
Yeah. That's a shocker.
Yep. You're speaking to me, man. You're just
you should just get his face tattooed onto yourself. I'd say
my cosplay as him one day. I'll shave my beard off. I'll be him at a con one day.
Yeah, and say he's my spirit animal.
Yep.
And
this is me on a good day.
Yeah. And Daichi's asked, why are you targeting me?
He wants the power, in quotation marks.
The power that we don't have. And he's like, what is this power? And we find out that he fought with Daichi's partner Ginga at one point. And that they know...
That's why he could hardly get close to him.
Yeah. And therefore that he'd be part to his goal. And Daichi, like a moron... he's going to slap on his miss sticker and start charging at him.
But there is one. Just another. This guy has the best quotes. I gotta say.
Yeah, he does.
he just says, "If I can solve the mystery inside you, I'll be a bit closer to my goal. Therefore, show me your inside."
Show me your inside. Oh my god, he does have the best quotes.
He's so good. Best character, man. Best character. But yeah, so Daichi tries to attack by shooting out lightning in all different directions, because, why hit the enemy when you can hit everything but the enemy?
Yeah, exactly.
The attack doesn't work anyway, though, because apparently his guitar...
The Jeff explosion destroys.
Yeah. Well, his guitar can electricity, and he uses it to charge it, and then he uses an ultimate max volume Jeff explosion.
The Jeff explosion. And he just starts going flying.
The entire area around the place just starts shattering
and crumbling a little bit. And he asks to see if Miss Sora's alright, and all of a sudden, and he just realizes that his guitar can absorb electricity. Ooh.
He's got to do something about that fact. He decides to use, that sticker that he shouldn't be able to use, or that he can't use.
He's going to use Tamamayu to try to use it, even though people keep saying you're not strong enough to use it.
But he also does, for the first time, because the last time he did it, he only did the Tamamayu by itself. This time he's actually combining it with Kondachi.
Yeah.
And, which, won't end poorly at all.
Yeah, I know. Won't be poorly at all. It's like, no, red wire.
Yeah, he manages to wrap up the guitarist man with
guitarist and his guitar Jimmy.
Yes. Well, Jimmy's perfectly.
Yeah, Jimmy's perfectly fine.
But yeah, then Daichi goes to unleash an electrical blast through the wires.
And yeah, it starts looking cool, but then he starts strumming on Jimmy.
And uses his secondary attack, chainsaw noise / slaughter.
Oh my god! It's all band and his techniques. I'm realizing is all guitarist or band puns.
Yeah, that is all of them.
Yeah, it's so funny.
I will say, like Nat, I noticed it this time because like like I know about it.
Yeah.
But the first time I read this manga,
Hmm.
and the second time when I read it like a couple days ago,
Yeah.
I did not notice that he had a chainsaw part on his guitar.
Yeah.
It's clearly here, like you see it and everything. But when I saw it, I was like, when he first uses his guitar, I was like, but he didn't have that. Like, did this just like suddenly grow out of it? Like, where did this come from?
No, it's
And then
always been there.
Yeah, looked at it, and it's like, yeah, it's been there the entire time. I don't know that it's there, but it is.
But it's still a cool design for Jimmy.
Oh yes, definitely.
And like,
Jimmy is the greatest guitar.
yeah, Jimmy's the greatest. And Missouri is just like, she basically can't move and basically sees like what a true battle between Blazers is like, in a sense.
Yep. It's it's unfortunate that Daichi's attack failed every time he tried to attack, but yeah, this is a true battle of Blazers.
Yeah, well, yeah, I know. You can tell that Daichi he's not ready for this technique.
Yeah, I mean, he did a whole 2 attacks, and he's already out of breath, and the Jimmy player has not even broken a sweat yet.
No, and now we see that Tamamayu is basically now about to constrict Tamamayu is literally about to constrict Daichi himself.
Yeah, Daichi decides it'll be a good idea. Bring out more wire.
Yeah.
Can't cut all of them.
Yeah,
and then it
bring
just
out
going
more wire, why don't you? And it's
the wires don't listen to him and start shooting actions and wrapping around himself.
Yeah, I know. It's really, Daichi? Really?
Yep. The guitarist mocks him, saying that it's proof that you lack the ability to control your concentration.
Yeah, and the spiritual power.
Yeah. You lack stability in your concentration.
And I do like that warped panel of him, just like, show me your inside.
Yes, when he just he dashes forward as Daichi falls to the ground, unable to do anything, and he looks so terrifying.
It reminds me of stuff from Majin Tante Nogami Neru a lot too, because they would have a lot of stuff like that, and it's so cool. And it's just like the slash slaughter, and then Misora just jumps in front of him. Jumps in front of him and try to take the hit, and then we see Kuroki with his sword Necromancer
jump in just in the nick of time.
Oh my god!
This is just a cool scene that I think where you see Necromancer slams into the ground and Kuro's standing on top of it, looking down on everything, and it's just
it's a very Son Goku type moment. Yeah, I mean,
yes, very very much so.
Yeah, I mean, with when he would do that with Nyoibo, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's very Son Goku-esque, and I like that. And he just says the big black sword.
It's his. He is the Necromancer.
Yeah.
He is the Black Swordsman.
Yeah. Oh my god! Don't let Guts hear that.
Guts got nothing on Kuro.
On Kuroki. Yeah, and he even mentions that there's no dogs here, right?
If dog, I wouldn't show up, but no dog will be walking around here.
Yeah. And he just
it does kind of give you some insight into his character. Like for me, I think his whole like fear of dogs is kind of
weird.
But it does explain, because like he did, like, you know, they talk about like in order to have like a weapon type mystic, or you have to have like great concentration, and Kuroki basically falls apart the second he sees a dog. So it's like you kind of understand that's like dogs break his concentration, so he can't do anything.
Now you know why it's not just like a weird joke anymore. It's still a joke, but at least it's a little more understandable now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And both of them ask if Daichi's all right. And, you know what I mean? Daichi now just kind of passes out.
Because he did a whole whopping 2 attacks with his 2 stickers.
Yeah, with Tamamayu and Kindachi. You know what I mean? It's...
Yep.
And failing at both of them. And failing at both of them, by the way.
Yes, you know, Daichi just can't do anything.
No, he can't, and it's yeah. But I can understand. This is where I can understand it. Like sure, most main characters don't know how to do shit at the beginning, but they understand, they work hard. Daichi's just like, I'm doing this. Like, you're kind of a whiny bitch about it. It's like, It irks me the wrong way at times.
He is a very big child. Yeah. There's no other way to put it than that.
Yeah, he is. And yeah, he's I love this guy. He makes band puns.
This is his entire.
He makes music puns. Like, his attacks are music based. His a lot of his wording is music based in a sense.
Time he meets somebody, he refers to them as noisy sound.
Yeah. And Kuroki asks what's his name, and we finally find his name, Kaine. Yeah, Kaine is his name. And he's kind of smug about it. He's like, nice sounding, isn't it? Like, I guess so.
I think it's a fine name.
Yeah. And then,
I mean, it's not Jimmy, but
it's not Jimmy.
But
it would actually be cool if his name was Hendrix. Yeah,
I think he could. The author probably couldn't get away with that.
Yeah, you're right. But
I feel like there's that might be in place for that.
Well, there has been times in JoJo they did that for the anime.
Well, I know they changed a lot. Well, I mean, they didn't change their names; they changed how they spelled them. I know that much.
Well, no, some people, some of them were actually changed in the anime, like names of some of the stands.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of being musical references.
Yeah.
But in the manga, they're still the same, so it doesn't matter. But and him and his music puns again. He's like, "This is gonna be the last song."
He has to finish the show now, and he finishes off with Eddie Fasten
Puppet Dance. Eddie Fasten Puppet Dance.
You see,
all these people are coming.
All of the thugs that he knocked out in the beginning are zombies now.
Are basically
essentially.
Yeah, basically zombies, and I noticed one of them has like a barcode on his head.
Yeah, I just saw that just now. I was just like, oh hey, look, it's that guy.
Yeah, I wonder what happens if you scan that.
I don't think it's a real barcode.
I know, but it'd be funny.
It would be really cool. But yeah, it just kind of looks like a mass of lines right now.
Mm-hmm. Say, nope, but I'm alone. But these guys are enthusiastic fans of my melodies. Acting all edgy.
He's the
he is an edgelord.
He explains they're not dead; they're all unconscious, but he can
control them.
They have super strength now.
Yeah, and like he is kind of edgelordy. Now I'm seeing it.
Wait, you didn't get it the first time?
Well, I got it. It's just like I wanted to be actually making sure that he's completely edgelordy, and yeah, he is the stereotypical edgelord.
Yep.
But now we see that Necromancer, it's alive.
It's drooling at the I guess the scent. I don't know. His juicy soul.
Yeah, of all the souls that it's gonna eat. And the attack is called Tamashikuban. San.
This is a moment where I really wish I want to see it in movement, where because you finally see Kuroki do something
really badass.
Yeah, and Neek, I'm pretty sure he uses it a lot throughout the series, is Soul Eater, World of 10,000 Feasts.
Yeah.
And you just see, like, panel by panel, him just slashing through all, like, every character. Like, every thug. Yeah.
And just, like, and he actually, and the skull on the Necromancer's sword is just literally eating the sword.
Yeah, he like the skull that like holds onto the sword usually opens up as he like starts swinging his sword,
and he's slowly eating it. He's like, nom,
yeah,
nom, nom.
And then like when he's done like attacking when he's done with the whole thing, it just sits there and just absorbs the sword into it, which I think is like it's cool and all, but like. Doesn't finish somebody off. The sword's gone now.
Yeah, like what if he needs the sword again? Like he just has to wait. And
I guess it just he has to deactivate it and then reactivate it.
Yeah, I guess so. And now all the zombie punks now come to and realize they don't remember what's going on. Except for they say, "Oh yeah, that guitar bastard."
I do like how before he starts attacking, he tells Necro, and it's like, all right, it's time to. Misori's like, gosh, all these people, and he's like, yeah, I am, and then he makes a comment, but only their evil soul though, and then like after he hits like wake up, and they like, weren't we supposed to be at
church? Were we supposed to be at the church? Yeah, I know. And it's just like, they're just like wondering, what are these guys talking about? Seems like he got away.
Yeah, like they're just like, Daichi and everybody are just having a regular conversation, and all these people are just like, where the hell am I?
Yeah, and like, Daichi's defending Misora, like, look, it's not Misora's fault, you know what I mean? It's just like the division head said, that there's a good reason why, like, he reveals that he's been secretly following them. And, like, and Daichi does his I'm such an idiot moments, like, you know, like he did.
Down in tears as he realizes just how pathetic he is.
Yeah, I know, and it's just like, I think there's a somewhat pattern with him, you know, with this. Like he gets all like head of himself, and then when he realizes it, like he cries, and it's just
he thinks he can take.
Yeah,
says that he can't, and it's too much for him.
Yeah, and I don't know. It's just like it's just one of those things. Like I just don't care for him, you know, like that much. He can be a cool guy.
I completely understand.
Yeah, just at that time, he's like, yeah, like
yeah, he's just like I said, like this is not one of his better chapters. He is just a spoiled kid. Not even spoiled. He's just a dumb kid.
Yeah. And then, but he actually, at least he wants to learn about spiritual control and power. And he's willing to do it, as far as I know. If Daichi still acts like the way he does, he could just put like, yeah, I'm not gonna do that.
It seems kind of weird that, at least to me, like it seems kind of weird that it's like Kuro waited until Daichi asked to teach him, and it's just like, why wouldn't you just teach him?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's one of those things that the character has to figure it out for themselves or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. And now they're all gonna go back to the division head and get their punishments, and they all laugh up like ha 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 ha.
As they're being tickled to death.
Yeah. Or whipped, who knows? And now we're gonna go on to chapter 6. All right, chapter 6, and we see Misora talking to. Apparently, she has a mom and a dad.
Go figure. These characters have parents.
Yeah, she has parents apparently, and apparently the cell phones in these world are now these wristband things.
Oh yeah, I completely forgot about this. We were talking about cell phones earlier. Like I completely forgot she's. I mean, I guess she, or maybe she just has her finger in her ear. But yeah, she like talking through her wrist communicator.
Yeah, and it's using her finger as a thing, as like an ear thing, so she can hear it. That's actually kind of cool, but kind of dumb at the same time.
Interesting.
A little dumb, but interesting.
It's one of those things like, yeah, that's cool and all, but how do you dial?
Yeah, and it's one of those things when people thought about the iPhone, and it's like a phone that gets stuck in your eye type of thing.
Yeah.
Like, that's kind of the dumbness of that, you know what I mean?
It's silly.
Yeah, it's silly. And she basically like, look, she finally found something that she wants to do in her life.
Yeah. And her mom is not very happy about it. She wants her to come home, but then her dad comes onto the phone and is just like, "No, like that's good. You do you. You go out there. You live your life. You do something great." And then her mom is just like, "I don't understand either of you. Just come home."
Like, just come home. Just do it. And we see that the division head, our favorite dominatrix division head, that she has some kind of power hidden inside her, like a blazer. And she's like, my eyes don't lie to me.
Yeah, there is. There was the moment like in the first
chapter,
not the first chapter, the first volume. When the dominatrix makes a comment about like polishing her or something like that.
Yeah,
and, now you basically see a more extended conversation
about
of that. Of that entire moment where she basically says that it's like, yeah, you are a blazer. You have what it takes to be a blazer. You just have to unlock it.
Yeah.
So
she's like, and Misora doesn't want to become a burden.
Yeah, she wants. If she's going to be helping Daichi, then she, has to learn how to help Daichi.
Yeah, and she does. She seems determined to actually do it, and she's like, and I just like the dominatrix, like, like, you really are my favorite. I will polish you well. It just like, and she cracks the whip, like.
She's the S&M queen.
Yeah, she's the queen of the dungeon. You know what I mean? But like, it just makes you think of what is going on after that. Mm-hmm. Like, is she really being trained, or is she just being trained in S&M? Like,
nah, man, she's being polished.
Like a good little slave, I guess. Oh my god.
So, fun little fact here. After this whole thing with Misora, Misora basically just, like, Misora's dad, like, encouraged her to do it, but then her mom is, like, against it still. But then Misora's just like, okay, I have to go now. Like, thank you, Dad. I'm sorry, Mom. And then hangs up. And then it cuts to what's going on with Daichi. And Daichi is tied up next to this other man who is tied up, and they're, like, being dangled.
And we find out this man's name is Kagekyu.
Signs. They have signs.
Yeah.
Their neck. Daichi's read, I'm the idiot who nearly died because I don't know what strength is. And Kagekyu says, I'm the idiot who can't do a thing. And this chapter, there's when it goes to the scene where Daichi and Kuro are like strapped to the like I don't know crucifixion tables, whatever the hell they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
This guy is still there. Like you don't really see him.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He made his appearance in the last chapter. We just kind of
like you. Yeah, you don't it doesn't focus. It doesn't. Next, so you don't actually see what it says, but you see this guy hanging there, and he's got this sign on his neck, and now you see Daichi being hung.
Just like him.
I'm pretty sure it's the same guy.
Yeah, and it's just like, we find out he's like, they're giving information about Kaine, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To her, and Daichi's just like really upset about Kaine. And he's
got to get stronger.
Yeah. And Daichi's like, give me some training already. And she basically is like, how selfish are you? Is hanging not enough? Like, oh my god. And it's like,
sometimes a good hanging just isn't enough, man.
Yeah, I guess so. And like, yeah, we now find out that Daichi is being targeted, and like, and Kuro and they're about to investigate whatever's going on here, and they call in Misora, and now this whole mission is going to be with Daichi and Misora going to be going on a mission together to meet Tenjik.
You have to go find the great Tenjik.
Yeah, Tenjik, like, which we wonder who this Tenjik is. And now, and then we find out Misora might be a blazer. Daichi's thinking wait, Misora's might be a blazer?
That's crazy.
Yeah. And they're wondering Daichi's wondering why is he getting another mission when he still needs training?
The mission is to get training.
Yeah, exactly. And now they're going to go to Division 2's storeroom. That's where they're going to meet Tenjik.
Yep.
And then we go, and then Daichi's going to be all pompous and says, we're going to be back in an instant.
Yeah. We'll be there and back, and then we're going to get some real training.
Yeah. And then Kuroki's going to guide him to the storeroom for a bit. And then they're going to be surprised about who Tenjik is. And then we see this kind of Lolita girl holding something.
Be creepy Lolita girl. It's just the entire thing is just it's shaded dark and everything, so it's you don't really see too much of what's going on, but it's very creepy looking.
Yeah, she's just sitting on a beanbag chair holding some kind of plush or animal. And then we see our spirit animal, Kaine.
Good old Kaine. He's sitting by a tree making music. A bird flies down and lands on his. He notices it, and then you see him reach out for it. Then you see a shot of the bird, and then he's playing music.
and they're playing beautiful music together.
And the bird starts chirping along, and then another bird flies by, and the two birds get together and nestle up against each other and become lovebirds. You see a brief flashback of Kaine. Yeah, of Kaine playing the piano
with some woman,
very incredibly tall woman. If you can't tell by that, just looking at how the way it's drawn, I understand Kaine is supposed to be a child and everything, but
she looks very lanky.
She is incredibly tall, or at least incredibly long.
Yeah, incredibly lanky.
Yeah, but
and then we see another panel that
she's gone.
She's gone. Yeah, she disappeared.
And then piano, and then the birds fly away as he starts playing really creepy music on the guitar.
Yeah, and then it shows him slamming on the keyboard, and then they start, and then we see the birds.
He snaps one of the he snaps one of the strings and it
On his
tears open his
guitar.
eye, like a small cut just under his eye.
And just like, it looked like he didn't even phase him. You know? Just that slash on his face.
He knows a life of pain, Kyle. A single guitar string is nothing to the years of torment that he's lived inside his tortured soul.
In his tortured, edgy soul.
Now we see another character that I barely remember, but I really
liked.
He's well, I mean, I don't know if I liked him before. Just like I sort of kind of remember him, but at the same time I don't. But like from just like this introduction, I like him. I think he's pretty cool.
Yeah, me too. I like his suit too. His design just looks really cool. He looks like he looks very punk rockish and just his suit looks pretty damn cool. And like his hair and everything, he just looks like a cool character.
Yeah, I really like how his hair, like one half of it is spiked back and the other half of it is combed straight down.
Yeah, it's a very interesting design.
And he is just things,
just like combing it, and he's got all these piercings and rings and on him. And now apparently now we find out that Kaine is part of an organization called the Quinn Realm.
The Quinn Realm, yeah. The Quillen. The Quillen
Realm.
I think it's Qilin.
Yeah, it's like
Quillen, maybe.
The Quillen Realm. I'm gonna say Quillen. That's Quillen Realm.
I will take your word for it. You know Japanese better than I do.
Yeah, I read the Japanese one. I think it's Quillen, but I'll look at it again next week and just next time we read Blazer Drop, I'll take a look at that again just to be sure and correct myself there. And but anyway, we find out that they're part of this realm called the Quinlan Realm, and you should and that there is rules to their organization that Kaine is kind of a rebel. You know,
he can't just go attacking one. He's got to follow the rules.
Yeah, he's got to follow the rules and do it. And if you're going to return to the boss's favor, buying your power, becoming his enemy, then you'll surely die.
And Kaine retorts with, "I'm a loner. I have never even thought of associating with you humans even once."
And then
he's second of it.
Yeah. So now he's gonna slap on Jimmy, the Jimmy sticker, and he's like, and this guy is like, yeah, you know what? You better not do that right now. And apparently,
just teleports right behind him.
He's like, yeah, I don't think you should do that. and apparently he is one of the 4 emperors of the Quinlan realm. Both him and Kaine, apparently. So Kaine is.
I don't know if Kaine is one of the 4 emperors. Just like or he's a wild card kind of thing. There's the 4 emperors, and then Kaine is kind of like
the wild card. I guess you're right.
I think that's how it is. I could be wrong.
And this guy is just warning him. You know what I mean? Of what's going to go down if you start fucking us over again.
You have been warned.
Yeah. And we learn about we're about to capture Daichi from the Guardians. Like, they're playing they're pretty much playing. They really want Daichi for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's still not revealed what they want him for, but they want him, and they're gonna try.
Oh, like it's like. And basically, like he uses party acknowledges from this, and just he uses like an analogy of a party. It's like, do you want to be strung from a tower of champagne, or blood? You know, which one?
Yeah.
And
Okay. So I got a real question here. So this dude, he's covered in piercings. He's got a piercing in the middle of his forehead. He's got the eyebrow piercing. He's got lip piercings. He's got tongue piercings. And he has hand piercings. He has one on the center of his palm, and he has one on the center of the back of his hand. And he does this thing where he's like combing his hair and everything.
And then
he takes his comb and he puts it on like two of the comb's teeth in between one of or around one, the piercing on the back of his hand, and then he starts like waving the comb back and forth in front of Kaine as he's talking to him. And I just want to know, would you ever pierce your hand? Like, is there ever a point in time when you thought piercing your hand would be a good idea?
No, never. I'm sorry. I think that's a really dumb idea.
Yeah, I'm just like, I love this character and everything. I love his design, but like even I'm just like, this is a bit much.
Yeah, that's a little too excessive. Yeah. And pretty much, this guy is just basically, he's probably one of the four emperors, is just giving a message to Kaine. Say, just don't screw up again.
Yeah. And there's like, so they show this like picture where it shows like, well, I mean, there's 5 of them, but these basically the stickers that the 4 emperors use, and I'm not entirely sure what the like symbolism is with, but all of the stickers look like a front-on image of some kind of weird horse, but with like weird energy flowing around it.
Yeah.
And you see, as the guy's leaving, he like I said before, he like one half of his hair is like spiked back, and the other half is combed straight down. It's been like covering the left side of his face, and then as he's leaving,
and we
he kind
see
of
the
like
sticker
tilts
on
his head. Yeah, he kind of like tilts his head back, and the hair that's down kind of like moves out of the way, and you see one of
those stickers
on the side of his face, which is again it's a very odd place for something, but. Yeah, he's a very interesting character.
Yeah, and then he kind of just fades away and disappears.
I think his power is teleportation.
I think it is too, but like we'll find out next time, I guess.
Yeah,
or eventually. And then he's like,
kind of not going to heed this man's advice because he made the comment saying that his concert doesn't need a conductor.
Oh my god, more of these music puns.
Then the intro to CSI Miami plays.
Yeah.
That was a perfect put on shades moment.
Yeah, I know. But and now we see Daichi and Misora at the storeroom. But you know what? This would have been a perfect way to end the chapter.
Yeah, I do think like the some of these like moments are kind of just like out of place. Like I feel like I mean, I'm not a mangaka. I don't know. This is your realm, Kyle. I don't know.
Well, it's
much about like pacing or anything like that. But I feel like from a storytelling kind of standpoint, a lot of panels seem just out of
order and out of place. Yeah, I do see that as well with Blazer Drive, and it's like
I think it would flow better if like it's like this whole thing
was actually last chapter. I mean,
yeah.
Or if it was this chapter, this is where it should have ended.
Yeah, I think this is a very good way to like. I'm thinking more of it just like as an anime, and I think this would be a very good point to like end the episode. So
yeah, I would see that too. Like, yeah, it just feels like okay, this is where we could end the chapter at this point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But no, we have to go on Daichi and Misora's bizarre adventure.
Into apparently the storeroom is actually a pet shop.
Yeah, it's a pet shop. And apparently Kuroki's just gonna go on another mission, so he kind of goes fucks off a little bit.
He's got something else to do. He was going to drop them off, and then he's got his own mission to take care of.
Yep.
So
yeah, then he goes fucks off, and then
this is Daichi and Misora's episode.
So, yep. And they're kind of feeling a little strange about this, like, mission. They're kind of feeling like, okay, this doesn't seem right. What's going on here?
Yep.
It's like, no one's here. So is and they're like, no one's here. Is this really a pet shop? And then we see a dog named Kenta. We see a dog named Kenta. Yeah, his name is Kenta.
Okay.
And it's like, oh, it reminds me of Shiro. He just gets all happy.
Yeah. And there's this I don't know what he's supposed to be. I'm guessing he's a porcupine.
Oh, like a hedgehog, maybe.
Hedgehog-upine.
Hedgehog-upine.
But it gets out of its case somehow and jumps into the air and spikes Daichi in the face. And then runs into the doghouse.
Oh, he did say porcupine.
Okay, so yeah, I guess it is a porcupine.
Yeah, like, how dare you do this? And then Daichi just goes after it. And goes after it right into Kenta's doghouse.
And apparently the doghouse is a tunnel that goes deeper.
Yeah, deeper, yeah. And like he's like, oh, this is connected to a tunnel. And it's like, really, what? I'm gonna try to go ahead and all of a sudden, Daichi just farts.
Yep. That happens.
Yeah, and he just farts. And it's like
squeezing into a tight space. You gotta throw the fart joke in there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there's a rule about it.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, I don't. Naruto, the anime for Naruto did a lot of fart jokes.
I gotta say, one of the things that killed the series for me was I was one of those people that tried to give, because I know like Naruto like ends and then there's like 100 episodes of filler and then it jumps into a Shippuden. I was one of those people that was like, you know what? I'll give the filler a shot. I'll see if any of it is actually worth watching. And then it got to the fart bug episode, and that was pretty much where I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna go ahead and wait until Shippuden's out,
which didn't come out for like a couple of years,
and it was well worth the wait.
And no, but you know what's funny though? Shippuden aired on Disney first.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And
yeah, that's right. I remember that. Like the first episode, well, like the first couple of episodes, a lot of ninjas die, but like because it was on a Disney Channel, they couldn't have people die, so they just had their bodies on the ground, and everybody was like mooning because they were knocked out. I'm doing air quotes here. They were knocked out, but
and it was like Disney heavily censored it.
It was really bad.
Yeah, Disney heavily censored that, and then when it went back to Cartoon Network, they finally because that was because Toonami ended around that time too, when Naruto ended, too.
Yep.
So like then that's when Adult Swim started bringing it in. After Disney screwed it up.
They decided to get somebody good on it.
Yeah, I know.
There.
Yeah, and then now, okay, back to Blazer Drive.
Got a little tangent there.
Yeah, exactly. Now back to Blazer Drive. And now
this is what happens when fart jokes pop up. You gotta find something else to talk about.
Yeah, and now they're just talking about like Misora doesn't want to go in because she doesn't want to smell any more of his fart.
Yeah, so she goes in first, and then it becomes a problem of Daichi looking up her skirt.
Sure. Yeah, exactly.
Because she's a girl, so that'll happen.
She's like, letting out that fart must have been the best thing I ever did. That would have been, what would have been funnier if Misora just gave him a fart. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That would have been more. Okay, that would have kind of been a little more hilarious.
I would have gotten a good chuckle out of that, I won't lie.
Yeah.
But she does make a comment about
Don't look at my skirt.
don't look at my underwear. It's got like things have been happening, and so they're starting to get holes in them. And then he makes a comment saying, "It's like, don't worry, these ones don't." And so she kicks him in the face.
Yeah, I know. And then we see our little hedgehog friend at the end of the tunnel.
At the end of the tunnel, in this very, very large room with a very other side of it.
And then we see our little hedgehog friend.
As they get trapped inside.
Yeah, I know.
The door shuts on the tunnel.
Yeah, and Daichi's just like slumping out of there. And then the door shuts. And then we see this door that looks like a devil. You know what I mean? Its face on it. And they said and then it's locked and they can't open it.
But there's a fire mysticker and an ice mysticker on the walls.
Yeah, it's something to do with it. We gotta find, and they gotta find the key before they gotta meet Tenjik.
And there's this one statue in the room, an angel holding a book.
Yeah, an angel holding a book. And these are all and they're wondering, what does this mean? Holy two mystic.
Yeah, they read the book, and the book is written in English, which credit to them, it's actually written in English.
Yes, it is.
I mean, it's like it's not. I shouldn't say written. It's like carved into the stone
in English.
But yeah, it is in English. And what is it? It says the fountain of wisdom opens the gate when the ice stands on the fire twice.
And we find out that it's actual instruction. Sora is the one who finds that out.
Yeah. Daichi's sitting there, and he tries to figure it out for a very long time, and doesn't.
and then we see a camera on the ceiling, and then we see the back of the head of the Lolita.
Yep, she's watching them on a monitor.
Yeah, and apparently 30 minutes passed with them trying to do this.
And the best they got was put the ice sticker and the fire sticker on the forehead of the statue. Even I'm looking at this, and I'll admit I didn't understand the riddle. I'm not going to be like, oh yeah, I got that right away. No, but even I'm sitting there looking at this, like, why would that work? Why would you think this is a good idea?
It doesn't mean the fountain of wisdom or brains. And she makes a crack at Daichi, saying, well, we can't say that about your brain.
Yep.
And it's just they kind of argue a little bit, and then Misora looks at it, and she sees a clue from the book itself.
The word wisdom is actually written in cursive.
Yeah, which I'm surprised it's written in cursive. You don't see cursive in anything anymore.
I was gonna say, I don't know the education of a Japanese young person.
Yeah.
Obviously they have English class and everything, and apparently every anime main character English class.
But from what I heard, most people who don't pursue it further, don't only retain, this is a pen a lot of the time. Like, every Japanese person knows the phrase, this is a pen, in English.
That's an interesting first phrase to learn.
I
figured my name is up there.
Yeah, you would think my name is the one that people would know, or hi, hello, how are you? But no, or what's your name? Something like that. But no, this is a pen is the frequent phrase that Japanese people know in English.
Well, okay.
And, but no, it seems like Seishi Kishimoto took a lot of time and got the spelling pretty much correct on all the English, and even taking the time to do the cursive writing. That's
Yeah.
that is attention to detail. You know what I mean?
And that is like the other thing I wanted to know was just like because they do know cursive, and like you said that's weird. Like do they teach cursive?
No, they don't. I've never heard them teaching cursive in a Japanese classroom. You know what I mean? And like most of the English teachers that I've heard of don't stay for very long. You know what I mean? I mean, because those English teachers are like independent contractors from another company or something in a lot of Japanese schools.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's from what I've heard and seen. So I don't know how far they get into learning English. You know what I mean? I guess English is something that the students have to pursue on their own thing, on their own time.
Well, this is just
if it interests
very
them.
Informative episode we got here.
Yeah, exactly. Now, I wish that little rainbow comes up and says, "The more you know."
The more you know. Put that in. Just slap it on. I'm sure it's not copyrighted.
I think it's from Reading Rainbow. I think we'll be fine. As long as LeVar Burton doesn't come after us, we're good.
So anyway, they're reading the book, and they finally figure out that the word wisdom, because it's written in cursive and it's all one basically solid word, that's the key.
Yeah.
So they just have to figure out how to make it.
But I wish the keyhole wasn't just a hole, though. I thought that'd be cool if it was an actual slot and they would look past and it actually did say wisdom. You know, that would have been cool.
Yeah. I definitely agree. But they do show off one thing that I didn't know was an actual thing until they until they talk about this. They're trying to figure out the whole what does the whole the ice standing on the fire twice thing mean.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I think
it's
like a religious symbol, I think, too. I think.
What is?
The fire with the ice and analogy.
Oh. Well, okay. The more you know. Like I said, informative episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, so what they do is they put the ice sticker on the book and they trace it fast.
Mm-hmm.
They say that if you quickly trace the sticker without being cautious of the power it will produce, and then it freezes the entire top of the book. And then they put the fire sticker on the bottom of the book to
melt
heat up.
To melt the water.
And melt it, and then the water gets into the grooves of the word wisdom, and then they take the ice sticker again. But now what they do is
lightly do it.
Yeah, they trace it slowly, and they carefully control its power so that only the word wisdom is frozen. And I didn't know that was a thing. I thought the test was to test it, if their knowledge, if they understood that much, and the more you know.
Yeah, exactly. That's smart, and it's Misora who got all of it, who basically got it all. But I mean,
yeah, and Daichi just kind of sat there.
Yeah, that's kind of the truth, though. Daichi just kind of sat there, but I guess he's more the muscle than the brain, I guess.
Yeah,
and I liked how when they actually pulled out the ice wisdom, how it looks.
Yeah, it looks really good.
Yeah, it looks really good, and I do applaud Seishi Kishimoto doing that. You know what I mean? That's actually...
Definitely.
That is really good art. Him and his assistants did really well on that.
I do think it's a very weird key, but...
hey, I mean...
If it works. So they shove it in the demon door's eye.
Yeah.
And then they hear a clicking sound. But the door doesn't open.
And it grabs them.
It grabs his hand, or it
grabs Daichi's hand.
The hand is the handle. It's the doorknob.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. He pulls on it and he pushes and it doesn't open.
Yeah, and it smacks him in the head.
Well, I think that's he tries to pull the door open and go into it,
Oh, yeah.
and he just kind of slams his face into it.
That's true. Yeah, you're right. And then like wondering like they keep pushing and pulling. They said it won't open. And the door makes a noise. Something's gonna come out of it. And all of a sudden something does, and it's all this water.
Suddenly the room starts being flooded.
Like, oh my god.
And this is brought to attention where Daichi decides to use his blazer powers with the ice sticker, and he tells Misora to get on top of the statue so that like she's out of the way and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And then he puts the ice sticker on his hand, and then or on his arm, and then he runs up and he goes to freeze the water shooting out of the mouth of the statue.
Yeah, and that's cool.
Yeah, and the Lolita girl says, like, that's a level 1 ice sticker. That's
not gonna do. That's not gonna do shit.
And Daichi freezes the entire room.
Yeah, it freezes the room and the door.
Yeah,
with these cool shards of glass, glass ice too, and it's like
yeah, like all the water's like shooting out everywhere, just like all
the blast.
Even the Lolita girl's like, "Holy crap, that's incredible!" And then
that's impossible.
And then the door explodes.
Yeah, and they finally get it. Like they're like, "Oh, it opened."
Misora tries to I just would have been like, okay, the door explodes. All right, cool, whatever. Keep walking. But Misora decides to go and explain it, where it's like, oh, water expands when it freezes, so all the ice in the pipes expanded, and then the pipes burst, causing the door to explode. And it's just like, okay, sure.
Yeah, like all right, yeah, we got it.
Because it shows one of the pipes, and it's just like cleanly cut in half, and it's. Like, a pipe bursting doesn't look like that, but okay, sure, Misora, that's how it works.
Yeah, because I've seen pipes burst. They burst. They burst from a hole. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They don't look like they've just been cleanly cut in half.
Yeah, it's. And then Daichi's like, cool, just like I planned. Like,
nah, that wasn't at all what he planned.
Yeah,
I think his theory was punch it and it breaks.
Yeah, that's pretty. He did what every main character would do: punch it and see if it. Use my fist and see if it works.
Granted, like I said, that's how it worked. But okay.
Okay, and he still refers to themselves as Team Sky. Like they're the best combo ever.
Daichi gives Misora a little bit of credit.
Yeah, a little bit of credit though, not like all the fucking credit.
Like all Daichi did was open the door, but
Misora figured everything else out.
Yeah, but it has that moment of Daichi, acknowledging his teammate.
Yeah, at least that's cool. Yeah, I mean, he does that.
Misora has her own inner monologue about how she will become stronger and not a nuisance, not a burden.
Yeah.
And then the hedgehog returns, the Hedgepine.
The Hedgepine. Alright, little Hedgepine here. And, all this stuff about that Tenjin guy. So, they're wondering what this Tenjin guy is. And he's blaming the porcupine.
It's all the porcupine's fault.
I just like how Daichi looks when he's like, I'm not letting you get away.
Yeah, he looks very demonic as he's this porcupine through this hallway. Ooh, excuse me.
No, it's alright. But, and then now we do see our Lolita girl. Our little Lolita come up. And the porcupine...
And she has the arguable in the entire series where Daichi turns the corner and sees her, and she looks at him and goes, "You really are dumb."
Yep. Yeah, and
it's explained that they didn't have to break the door. They had to slide it to the side, and that's the only thing Daichi didn't try to do.
Oh my god, yeah, that's right. It's so stupid how Daichi just he could have just twisted the key to the side and just did that. Like, no, punch door.
It's just so yeah, Daichi's an idiot. He should have at least tried. But on the other hand, I'm just confused as to why did the water shoot out in the first place?
You're right. It does get confusing about that. Like, why did it?
What was the point of that?
Yeah, I know.
But either way,
they
got past it.
And now our little Lolita calls Misora an old woman.
Yeah, because she's what, 5? So being what are they, 13 years old, 14 years old?
Yeah, they're probably 15, I think.
That's pretty old.
To a 5-year-old, I guess. To a little kid, I guess. Yeah.
Yep.
And they want to meet this Tenjik guy. They're like, we don't have time to play with a porcupine and a kid. And she keeps
Tenjik's right here in front.
She keeps saying, look, it's right in front of you. Tenjik's right in front of you.
And they're like, what? But you're her? You're him? She's like, nope, it's not me. And they don't understand.
They're like, nope. And it's just like, nope, just tell me already. And all of a sudden, the fucking porcupine kicks him in the head, kicks him far away, and he starts coughing.
Kicks him all the way down the hallway. And apparently he has some kind of super kick mysticker that he put on his stomach.
Yep.
And Fine talks. Gasp.
Gasp.
And yeah. Yuka? Is that her name?
Yeah, Yuka's our little Lolita's name.
Yeah. And the porcupine says that if you ever hurt her, I'll never forgive you.
Yeah. And we find out
there's a dramatic shot of him throwing this mysticker behind him like a discarded jacket. And then you see the porcupine cross his arms. I'm the caretaker.
He is Tenjik
the porcupine.
And everybody's like, ooh!
And
what a shocking...
Very good,
funny
two panels. Yeah, of both Daichi and Misora,
in just utter shock.
Say, it looks really good. I enjoy it.
Yeah, oh my god, that is very enjoyable, but also just what the hell? Now Tenjik is the porcupine. That's a weird.
Tenjik the porcupine.
That is a weird turn of events, I would say.
So
okay.
So there was this.
You first.
Where the last episode or whatever that we did, I made mention that it's I was looking forward to the upcoming chapters because there was a character that I was looking forward to, and I know I talked about the Kaine being my spirit animal and everything.
Yeah.
But I actually forgot that he got introduced this early. So yeah, he's by far my favorite one of my favorite characters in this series. He is I think I could be forgetting some people, but I think he is probably my favorite bad guy character
probably
in the series.
Villain, yeah. We don't know if he's truly a villain though. Yeah,
he's a villain. I'm just sorry, spoiler alert. He's a villain.
Oh, okay. He is a hardcore villain.
I'm pretty sure he might have a turning point where he tries to go good or something. But if I remember correctly, he's the main villain rival
of Daichi
for Daichi. But what I originally said that there's a character that I couldn't wait for. This is him.
Kaine was
the porcupine.
Oh, Tenjik the porcupine was your character.
Yes, Tenjik the porcupine was the character.
Really, actually, now I want to see the rest of. I want to see the next volume, but we gotta wait. We gotta wait a couple weeks.
Yeah, till next time we do this. of upset. I thought we were gonna like get to the actual like training montage that they go through, but
Gonna need
have
a
to be
montage.
the drive episode. But yeah, like I said, I forgot Kaine got introduced this early on. Tenjik the Porcupine was the character that I was really hoping we'd see shit happen with, because he's like, I think when I first saw God,
Yeah.
like I shouldn't be surprised a shonen manga this,
Yeah.
but it's it's by far.
Well, then again, we saw Peton. Yeah, I mean,
though it's just a blob that sits there. It's not a talking porcupine.
Well, Peton's a blob. It's a blob omelet thing. Because Peton.
Let me rephrase that. He's a not only a talking porcupine,
but a porcupine who's a blazer
and master blazer. Not just a blazer. He is going to teach Daichi and Misora how to become better blazers.
Oh shit!
Yes, he is an incredible little guy, and I'm not going to ruin it until we like actually start like reading it and everything.
But some good shit's gonna come up.
Yeah, his Mysticker, the one that like his signature one, the one that he uses like throughout the series, is fucking hilarious. I love it.
Okay, I can't wait to see this. I can't wait. But we gotta wait until a couple weeks. But okay,
we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yep, because now you're hyping it up for me. I gotta see this. But all in all, what's for Volume 2 of Blazer Drive?
So, like, we were talking about it earlier before recording and everything, and, like, obviously, like, during recording it, too, how you were bringing up Daichi's whole, like, baby bitch mode that he goes through in the previous chapter. I do agree.
Because it set him back. Because like he did it in chapter 1. That's how Ginga got hurt, and then he's like then he was starting to become cool again, and then all of a sudden it just took him a step back.
Yep.
That's why I really hated it. I did not.
Yeah, he basically, like I guess like a Guardian division. He thought that he was just like, I'm a Guardian now. Like I only go up from here, and then he just kind of like he doesn't take. I guess he doesn't take. Like I guess he doesn't
take criticism.
Dominatrix woman is like, you know, the in chief that she is, and he just like he not ready for anything. Like that becomes very, very that like he doesn't understand anything. Granted, no one's really told him
anything.
It's like he hasn't like he doesn't learn anything like on his own. Like he has to have somebody teach him. He can't just figure it out
on his own.
And
the last 2 chapters of Volume 1. He was able to do shit. Like he was able to do shit on his own. He was able to figure shit out on his own. Like he was actually quite cunning and smart.
Yeah, when he defeated Yuma, like he was doing real well with that, and then he just kind of
like they dumbed him down and scaled him back and like took him back a few pegs, and it's like it made it just kind of like what little development we had of Daichi went away this whole volume.
Yeah,
I think
I completely agree.
And then now is it more like what Seishi's gonna make him dumb for the sake of the chapter or something like that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's
kind of like how like I'm gonna talk about something that's non-manga related, like the Muppets. Don't make the Muppets dumb don't like writers will make the Muppets dumb for when the scene calls it
Yeah.
to be. You know what I mean? Or any writing, they'll make a character dumber for what the scene calls for it. And I guess Seishi Kishimoto is gonna do the same thing. They're gonna make Daichi. He's gonna make Daichi dumb. You know what I mean? For what the chapter calls for it, and it's like.
Yep.
But I felt he did that.
They need to have Daichi's revelation. Is crap. I'm an idiot.
Yeah, and they did that way too much in this whole volume, though.
I agree.
Yeah,
I definitely agree. I know, I was talking about it earlier, but I do better. He doesn't stay this dumb spoiled. I keep using
spoiled.
This dumb bratty kid. He does finally learn that it's responsibility. He finally learns I gotta be better than this, but he's not there yet.
I'm gonna put on the thumbnail. Taito is still a better character than Daichi. Because I'm sorry, it's just the one shot. Not to gush over the one shot so much, but the one shot main character Taito was still a way better character.
Yeah. He was much older than he's younger than Daichi, and yet he was obviously more mature than Daichi is.
Yeah. I think maybe an editor say, we want somebody like your brother's character Naruto. You know what I mean?
We gotta make him relatable to kids. Kids gotta, like this.
Yeah, I don't know. Make him more like your famous brother's character Naruto. Yeah,
Hey, you know how great of a writer your brother is? Just do that.
Yeah, and it'll be fun. It'll go fine. He'll go fine. You'll get adaptations.
Yeah,
and you also got Sega behind you. Come on.
You back Manga in the next 10 years?
Yeah. Right now, it's been almost 10 years later since it ended. It's been exactly almost 10 years later, and only Volume 1 has a digital release. Just think about that. Volume 1 only has a digital release. That's how much people remember this one.
Don't worry. As soon as the series and popularity skyrockets and we become YouTube on theoretical dollars, there'll be an
watch as soon as we upload this stuff. So as soon as we end the series, and an anime adaptation of Blazer Drive actually does get announced.
Hey man, I'd be down as long as they stick to the manga and don't fuck it up.
or at least a Bunkoban release of Blazer Drive gets announced.
Yeah.
So all in all, what's your all in all thoughts of the volume? I think I already gave my thoughts.
It's a weak volume. I do like it. Obviously, there's good exposition components to it, where it's they do drop the whole explain too much about the creators, but they do who created them and all that stuff, and it explaining more about the difference between the energy types and the weapon type stickers.
But that's good about that. That's one thing. Yeah. The world building is good in this manga. I'll give it that.
Yeah,
world building is great.
It doesn't problems with most anime and mangas. That's just it just kind of comes, at least from my perspective, it comes really something that you can really do much. But a lot of different mangas and animes have a problem over-explaining things.
Yes.
And I don't feel that Blazer Drive does that. At least, like, through these first two volumes, it is kind of weirdly paced in that, like, it kind of throws out information in weird points, at weird times.
Yeah, you're right. It is. It's very weirdly paced, this volume.
But it's not like...
But it's done okay.
It's not too much. It's not too much information. It's not too little. Sometimes it kind of doesn't really make sense, but it's like it's a good amount of information. Dropped at the times that they do.
You're right. It is. It's just I just wish like some parts would have been good endings for chapters. Some parts could have been moved up. I mean, or some parts could have been in other chapters. You know what I mean? That's just how it is in this volume.
Yeah, this volume was definitely, compared to volume 2, is definitely very weak in comparison. But it like information that it drops, the things that it explains are important to the story, and it only goes up from here. I'm fairly certain.
I really do hope so. I mean, I so far because it's been a long time since I've read this. Yeah. For the show, so I mean,
nostalgia only goes so far. So it's like I know that some things probably haven't aged very well. But
like even some manga don't age well, but a lot of them do, but not all. But I mean, for example, like Sailor Moon, like in the recent releases, the creator actually changed like some of the technology and stuff, just so it resonate to today's audience.
Yeah, and I don't know if that worked out very well for him, but
it did. The Shinsoban and the Kanzenban sell really well, so
okay.
So I mean, and even the great Akira Toriyama himself have went back and changed Dragon Ball a couple times because there's parts of it where he was just like kind of like running like under a cold or just forgot things or just kind of just running like a robot in a sense. And and just did things without realizing of it. Just went back and changed things to fix them. So I mean, there is things like that could work. And if this ever does get a good re-release, like a Kanzenban release or a Bunkoban release, maybe it could fix those pacing issues. You know what I mean?
It's possible. It's possible.
That's what I hope. You know what I mean? Or if or an anime adaptation happens, you know what I mean? That could also fix the pacing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I completely agree.
But so far, Shiro is my favorite character. I'm sorry, Daichi.
Shiro is very good. He's a very good dog.
Yeah, he's a very good dog. Okay? Give me your paw. All right. Well, we're gonna end this episode, and I'll leave links in the description where you can buy the manga, which I guess you can only buy Volume 1 legally right now, but you could get. But I'll leave a link for Seishi Kishimoto's other works as well, and I think that'll be a good idea to pick up. And always support the official release of any manga we read. Try not to support scans as much. All right.
Try not.
Yeah, try. And we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
See ya.